Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So about a month ago, I picked up the new NFL Blitz cabinet from Arcade1up, and for the most part, I've really been enjoying the cabinet. But it has this one physical flaw that I just really wanted to address, and no, I'm not talking about that side art. Well, there's only so much you can do with that. I'm talking about that marquee. It's washed out. It's just really been bothering me. Now, I really like what Arcade1up's been doing with this new Midway-inspired style of cabinet, and the marquee on the Mortal Kombat 30th cabinet is gorgeous. It's definitely the gold standard when it comes to original marquees from Arcade1up. So I knew I had to do something with this marquee. So I went on over to Retro530 and picked up one of the replacement marquee kits, and I also got one of their lit coin door kits too. How does that install? How does it look when it's all done? Is it worth the price of admission? Well, check out the video, judge for yourself. Arcade1up's current cabinet style is probably my favorite, and it has a ton of advantages, but one thing it makes much more difficult is replacing the marquee. So to do that, you're going to have to remove the control panel, set the cabinet on its side, and remove an entire side panel just to access that marquee. After removing all of the side panel bolts and the 4 monitor mount screws, you can go ahead and lift that side panel up and out of the way, and then simply slide out the marquee. This is a 3-piece kit that includes the Marquee Film, a thick and thin piece of polycarbonate. Now the thin piece goes in the back, and it's listed as optional because depending on the thickness of the routed groove in your cabinet, it may not be able to accommodate it. So with the marquee all done but the cabinet still disassembled, I thought this would be a great time to go ahead and install this lit coin door kit. Now this is really just 4 LEDs attached to a USB cable. It's pretty simple. And if you're not real keen on taking apart your cabinet just to install this kit, don't worry, it's really not necessary. You could do this with the cabinet fully assembled, just remove the back panel and you'll be good to go. Now the way that I'm going to make sure I get perfect placement of my LEDs is by removing these little coin door lenses, put the door back on the eye panel, and then drill a pilot hole dead centered of the opening. So with the pilot holes drilled, I'm going to head on over to the drill press, and I'm going to use a Forstner bit to drill 4 half-inch holes. Now 3/8 is recommended for a slip fit, so you can just drill a smaller hole and press in your LEDs and you'll be good to go, and that should hold them pretty securely. But the way I'm going to do it is going to provide a little bit of a gap all the way around, and then I'm going to use hot glue to keep those secured in place. And there's also no need to try to remove the white sticker on the back side of the coin door. It doesn't come off very easy, but it is translucent and sort of acts as a diffuser for the LED light. With the coin doors reinstalled on the eye panel and the LEDs placed in the holes, it's time to add a little bit of hot glue, and then we can install this back in the cabinet. Reinstalling these side panels can be a little bit tedious. Just allow the dowels to fall in the holes, get everything lined up, don't force it, and once it's sitting nice and flush, just grab your drill and of course, your Loctite. After you remove and reinstall these monitor mount screws a few times, you'll find that they lose their grip in the wood, so to restore that, I like to put a little bit of wood glue on the threads. And before you button up your cabinet, make sure you plug in the LEDs to the USB port on the PCB. So comparing this marquee to the original is pretty much night and day, but when you compare it to the Mortal Kombat version, I think the blacks are a little bit darker on the new Blitz marquee, but the image is probably a little clearer on Mortal Kombat. And these lit coin doors really make a big difference, especially when you're sitting next to a cabinet that doesn't have them. It's like Arcade1up should have done this from the very beginning, especially when you consider how easy it was to do. So the big question left to answer is, how much does all this stuff cost? So the Marquee kit's going to run you $37, and that Let Coin Door kit is going to cost you $25. Is it worth it to you at that price? I think the price is pretty reasonable, but let me know in the comment section what you think about all these modifications. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, checking out the channel. Y'all have a blessed day. Game on, and I'll see you next time.